and welcome to the Brunton Report. I'm here in Raden in Germany, visiting with the new senior management team at KOLBUS. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. Thomas, let's come to you first. Max Valier, tell us a little bit about the parent company who recently acquired KOLBUS.
Yeah, Max Valier is an industry holding which consists of 4 partners. Those partners individually were in their track records managers, very well experienced managers, and then came into the financial business. And they have specialized in 2 sectors. One of this is industrial companies like ours. This was a good fit. And the second part they are investing in is, believe it or not, automotive. And this in these days is very special. And let's say when they heard about that KOLBUS or the asset of the old KOLBUS may be for sale, they said, okay, this is a company, 250 years of history. This year is our 250th year in operation under the name of KOLBUS. And when we look at it, then this is one of the, let's say, longer-term companies in Germany. And this is one of the focus which already gives interest on the side of our shareholders. Second part is they saw that the technology itself didn't have any problems. So finally they came to the conclusion, yes, we want to go into this bidding process. And they finally made it. And then the question was, who's the right person to set the company onto a new foundation. And finally I got a call just before Christmas and joined on 2nd of January.
Okay, and obviously we will come to the products within KOLBUS in due course, but you mentioned 250 years of history celebrated this year. When the company was acquired, you don't just come in and just run it business as usual. Yeah. So obviously there have been some changes within the company. I mean, can you tell us very briefly what's changed over the 6 months that you've been sitting in the hot seat?
Yeah, let's say the main focus from my side was, let's say, to rebuild the trust with the employees. And the second part, which was necessary at that time, in the time of the administration period, we had to let go about 1/3 of our employees. And this was the second big shock. So as I came into the company, I, let's say, had a town hall discussing this and said, look, this is not the end of it. It's the start of a new period of KOLBUS. And 2 things we have to make very sure. First of all, our machines have to work from the first minute and fulfill the needs of the customer. The second point is more or less internally that we are proud to sell those machines.
Oliver, obviously heading up sales now for the organization. Let's look a little bit at the traditional KOLBUS, obviously very well known within the bookbinding and luxury packaging. I want to keep the focus here on the corrugated packaging industry. Give us an overview of where the portfolio sits now.
Yeah, as you said, we have a traditional market of the case making coming out of the book finishing market. This is where KOLBUS still is very well known, of course, and this is one of the major products we still sell, and we will continue this, of course. And luxury packaging, as you said, producing and building up machines for handling this solid board. This is part of the strategy of KOLBUS. And secondly, most important right now for our future business is the market of the corrugated board, handling corrugated board and selling and providing solutions for corrugated board suppliers, users and box makers.
So you touched on the corrugated solutions there. Is it fair to say that we can sort of put them into 2 distinctive markets? So BX for the short run and then RD on the flexo rotary die cutting. Tell us about how those individual products are positioned.
as you said, these are the two lines we have, the BX and the RD. RD stands for rotary die cutting machines, and this is what we are providing right now with some installations in the US market and also here in the European market already. And second part of the portfolio is the BX line. This is a fully automated system, what we are providing right now to box makers, to big producers of the industry. And this part of the machine is very, very interesting for corrugated partners. And due to this, we are quite happy that we have a product line that somehow building trust in this industry and are also well recognized already in the industry.
I'm now going to come to another Oliver. Makes it nice and easy for us in the interview. Oliver, obviously you're a KOLBUS man through and through. You've been here for a long time, heading up the after-sales support and service side of the business. Talk to us about the developments that are taking place within KOLBUS since the acquisition and how you see the importance of service to your customers.
Well, first of all, service is indeed very essential to our customers. So we have to be available whenever the customer does need us. So we are running 24/7 service with different kind of points of entry. So we cover phone support as well as technical support, as well as spare part support. And we do have a remote system available. So whenever a customer is in need for some help, we are available, no matter whether it's in Asia, in North America or some other places. This is very important. And since, Max Valier took over, we are very heavily investing in digital transformation. So what we want to make sure in the future is to come up with some enhanced diagnostic tools like, AI-driven diagnostic tools, as well as, better enhanced support systems for our customers.
Mm-hmm. And Oliver, if we then look at how the market is reacting to the new infrastructure, the new solutions, the new portfolio, etc. What has the feedback been from customers?
Feedback from customers is very, very positive. So we have a lot of interest created in the market, especially right now with the BX line, in big players, international groups, as well as in private-owned companies. And with the RD, we are trying to catch up in the market, coming out of the US market right now, having first installations also in Europe. Just right now, we are installing a press in Spain. And we have an eye on the market, and feedback from the market is extremely positive on it.
And what about the feedback from customers when it comes to the support side of the business? Because obviously it can be a little bit unsettling when a company goes through transition. How have the customers reacted to the level of service and support?
Well, to be honest, the service was ever good as within KOLBUS, and the latest feedback we got actually is they are pretty happy with us. And we are expanding our service capabilities and getting our international service teams on board to be managed out of Raden in order to make sure the service level is all over the world the same. We are maintaining a lot of spare parts stocks, not just in Raden, over here in Germany, in the United States as well, and other places, just to be to be ready for our customers whenever they are in need of parts. So the feedback is actually pretty good for us.
Oliver, let's look at some of the events that you guys attend, because obviously trade shows and exhibitions are an important part of how you get in front of the customers and network. So what's been happening the last 6 months, 9 months or so, and what have you got in the future for us?
Now, we have been at Supercore in the States, and CCE was quite important in Munich. And for this year, most important event we have and we will attend is a FEFCO meeting in Rome. That will happen. We have some interesting stories to tell, and looking forward to have you all there.
Great. Thomas, when we come to the future of the business, obviously development, evolution is important. So what can we expect? What's coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, KOLBUS always had a name in terms of, let's say, having very easy to use machines. And this is the path we want to set forward. So when we think about automation, this is one part. I think we are going into the direction of a new generation of machine operators. Some of them call it the generation iPhone. So let's say one of the hopes we are having is that we can enhance our controlling system so that they are remote accessible. This is already the truth. But let's say that they can be driven maybe from a tablet or an iPhone or other mobile phone. This is definitely one part we are working on. The second part, maybe some miles more down the road in terms of time, is kind of in printing as a service. So and software as a service and so on. This is one part we are seeing, let's say, coming up, that especially non-core or core parts of the customer process maybe in the future can be outsourced. Making boxes already is now in customer-client relationship, customer-supplier relationship. Maybe in future, customer does it by himself on its plant, but operated by somebody else. This is, let's say, our plans for the years to come.
Wonderful. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much indeed for joining me today. Plenty to digest there. It's definitely business as usual. And the team, I'm sure, look forward to seeing you all at FEFCO.